here to say something very important. Y'all, I've decided as the president of this great country to impose a tax on 38% imported goods and 45% on raw imports. You may be wondering why I've abruptly come to this decision. Well, our beloved Western and Northern goods that have been produced from our ever-growing industrial factories have been threatened by those menacing countries far beyond the Atlantic. The goods of our northern industries are too valuable for foreign powers. I have come to the final decision that in order to favor the interests of our northern manufacturers and manufacturing companies, it is a dire need to reduce foreign competition in order for our economy to prosper and not the competition. One tarnation! Quit your belly aching.
Hi everyone, my name is Joe Schmo and I'll be your host for today's weekly episode of Keeping Up with the Jacksonians. Joining us today we have fellow Congressman and Massachusetts Senator Daniel Webster. So, Mr. Webster, what do you have to say about this so-called tariff of abominations? Well, I fully support our president. He's been getting like a possum eating a sweet tater ever since he passed the tax because of the wonders it's been doing for our economy. So, you tell me you were never opposed to this insanely high tax? Well, maybe at first, but even I give up my defense of free trade to support it, seeing how our wool and textile industries are booming. Us Northerners are happier than old Blue laying on the porch chewing on a big old catfish head. But those darn Southerners, they think that the sun comes up just to hear them crow. The old South is falling in on hard times. Their cotton exports, well, they're not reining in enough money for their obviously posh lifestyles. Well, I say, deal with it like adults. If they don't watch out, Jackson's gonna cream their corn. What you saying there, old Webster? What I'm saying is that us Northerners know exactly why the South is making such a big old deal about this. They're slaves. Those sneaky little, They want to make sure that we don't steal them right from under their noses. And to scare us, they're threatening to nullify and even secede. Ha! How dare Calhoun? I know that Old Hickory will not stand for the nullification of his tax. Those Southerners, lower than a snake's belly in a wagon rut, I tell you. Oh, alrighty. Thank you for joining us, Mr. Webster.
Joe Schmo here again, and I'm your host again for today's weekly episode of Keeping Up with the Jacksonians. Today we have that pompous Jackson is a worthless as a gum on a boat heel. He ain't done nothing more than raise taxes and bleed us all-American farmers dry. Everything he does is to please those stuck-up Northerners. He must think the sun must come up just to hear him crow. While Martha watched the kids at home, me and the man are fixing to go protest this hissy fit this little fool is throwing now. I mean, who does this idiot think he is? We gonna shut him up at this little old convention next week or so up in Lumbia. Well, my name is John Caldwell Calhoun. Now I want to talk about them Yankees. What a bunch of We've got live audio from Mr. Jackson's office. Let's listen in.
Oh my, it is ridiculous that the South has been pitching a duck fit. It is inexcusable for such actions, even if it did not fit my expectations. Who are they to say what is fit for my country? They begin my last nerve and get my feathers ruffled. Those birds are crazy if they think I will allow this. I'm the wrong president to stare down because I am no George Washington with a womanly wig of his. I am a man. A man, I say. A powerful man. And I will raise Cain if it's the last thing I do.
We hate Jackson. We hate Jackson. Give us our money back. We hate Jackson. We hate Jackson. Jackson sucks. We hate Jackson. We hate Jackson. We're gonna leave. We hate Jackson. We hate Jackson. Northerners suck. We hate Jackson. We hate Jackson. We want our money. We want our money. We hate Jackson.
Looks like old Hickory is about to pitch a hissy fit. What a callous baby. Can't deal with some reasonable folks being reasonable? Then you're not cut out to be Commander-in-Chief. We heard Congress has been cooking up something to pretend like we can compromise, but there's nothing us Southerners want from those Northerners.
reckon that these tariffs are going to heighten the social uniformity in the union. But consider this. Our economy relies on our growing manufacturing companies and industries, and your jobs rely on them too. The fall of this golden industry will result in the fall of our beloved union, and to the last breathing second I am in this White House, the union will not dissolute. It will not fail, and it will remain. I will have the nullifiers hanged, and if they continue to be stakes in the grass. My old enemy, Robert Haynes, continues to let this ruthless state defy my powers, and I have no choice but to send naval and military forces to subdue these snakes in the Palmado state of protesters. I have sent Haynes a proclamation denying the Palmado state desire for nullification because I have no desire to watch the union break because of South Carolina having their nose so high that they can drown in a rainstorm. I, old Hickory Jackson, will not, I say, will not compromise, and this tariff will and must remain. And the Southerners have to stop pitching a hissy fit and learn to obey the federal government.
Stop tooting your horse. I'm here and I've got a solution. Mr. Clay, you know how to stop this bitter fight? I've done it so many times, y'all should have known I'd come up with another compromise. Are you kidding me? Anyway, both of y'all will be as happy as dead pigs in the sunshine. This new tax will gradually reduce the, not too popular tariff by about 10% over a period of 8 years. Wow, that's perfect. You're a true hero, Mr. Clay. Thank you. Thanks. It's pretty well known I can solve just about anything this country throws at me.